So today we're going to learn how to do the first derivative test and find everything that the first derivative test gives us. So if we have a problem, let's say x squared minus 6x plus 25. Okay, so if we have this problem right here, and you want to do the first derivative test on it to see when it's a max or min, and find the critical points and such, and find when it's decreasing and increasing, then what you do is you take the first derivative, and in this case f prime is equal to 2x minus 6. Okay, so that's your first derivative. Now that you have your first derivative, you want to find the critical points, and critical points are when f prime is equal to 0. So you set f prime equal to 0. In this case, it would be 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. And from here, you can rearrange the equation. So 6 equals 2x and x equals 3. And so now we know that our critical point is x equals 3. Now that we know our critical point, we can plug it into test intervals. And what I like to do for this is I like to make a number line and put 3 right in the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug in random points or random numbers to the left and to the right of this interval, or to this number, critical point 3, and see if it comes out to be positive or negative. Okay, so we're going to test the point 4. So f of prime is equal to 2 times 4 minus 6, and that comes out to be 8 minus 6 and 2. And of course you want to carry down the f prime. So after doing this, we can see that f prime does equal a positive number to the right of 3. So we can just put a little positive sign there. And now we want to test a number to the left. And the easiest number for that in this case would be 0. So when f prime is equal to 2 times 0 minus 6, we get negative 6 equals f prime. Now, we know now that it's a negative to the left of 3. So, now that we've tested everything out and we know everything, we can write this statement to determine the max or the min. And in this case, since it's going from a negative slope to a positive slope, it means that typically it's going somewhat like this, because it's a negative slope when you're going down this area, and it turns to a positive at this end. And at 3, it's a 0. So we can write this statement by f dt, since f prime changes from from negative to positive at x equals 3. Oh yeah, and while you're writing the sentence, you also have to find what the original point at 3 is. Sorry, I forgot to do that. So let me do that real quick over here. Actually, let me do it on this side where there's a lot more room. So what we can do is, so the original equation is x squared minus 6x plus 25. So 3 squared minus 3 times 6 minus 25. and that comes out to be negative 18 minus 25, and 9, negative 9 minus 25, and that becomes negative 34. So the coordinate for x equals 3 is 3, negative 34. So when we're going back to the statement right here, sorry, by f dt, since f prime changes from negative to positive at x equals 3, let's see, then we have to state the point. 3 comma negative 34, negative 34 is a minimum okay, and now now that we have that, we can say that we can also say by f dt, since f prime is negative from negative infinity to 3, it is decreasing. And we can say the same thing for 3 to infinity, but changing it to positive and increasing. So that's what you can do with the first derivative test, and that is all.